It is couch time, baby, and I am ready to be committed. I wonder who's going to get the biggest read out of all the participants.
And you are on the other side of the room disrespecting him.
Well, I, for one, am absolutely shocked that they're coming for Sarah. Let's rehash.
You want the trash? I got it all for you. Let's rehash the MAFS together.
Hello, I'm Wilko, and this is Rehashed. If you love reality TV, this is the place to get the best recaps. At the moment, we have just put the tip in to MAFS UK Season 10, and we're up to Episode 8. We start this episode right off the bat with a new low for one of the couples. It's the lady not really lovers. It looks like Queen Leigh has got herself a court jester.
That was good. Right, now get the other one in. Other one. Oh! Right, put him down now.
That's enough, Jester. Big on with you. I think Leah might have a gesture for the Queen. I don't know about you, but I get the feeling that we haven't seen the best/worst of Leigh yet, and I'm excited for it. Look, at least Leigh is self-aware enough to know that she has these walls up. They're going to stop Leah from sort of getting to know her. And she says that those walls are there, but not by choice.
It's not something I'm in control of.
Like, I see your point, but I disagree just a little bit. You are the only person who has controls of the walls and if they go up or down. I know it's easier said than done, but you are the only one in control. Unfortunately, Leigh, I think you're an oh well girl. Oh well, you know, the walls are up. Nothing I can do about it. Oh well, it's not my choice. I'm not in control of the walls. Ashley is showing Grace his Welsh rig, and going off some of the comments, I feel like a lot of you are going to be really thirsty for that. There's just some comments about Ashley, and I think, wow, I don't know if Grace should leave him alone in a shopping centre. And when we cross to Rebecca, she has what is clearly the most naff pair of pajamas I have ever seen since, like, grandmother. Any grandmother. Speaking of grandmothers, the pattern actually looks like something that my nan would have, like a plastic placemat that she would put down for us when we were kids. That's the pattern on them. Also a question for you. Anyone else feel weird with comments like this?
I love showing her off, and I walked in with a big smile on my face.
Okay. Yeah, look, it's very nice for you to be proud to be with somebody and to wear that as kind of like a badge of honour. But let's not have it sound like she's the prize pig at the fair. Julia-Ruth and Divarni have had another argument, and they're going with the whole Anita and Paul approach. The approach to their relationship is separate dwellings. Nelly and Stephen are going very well, even though Nelly had a few tears that she shed at the Din-Din's party. She admits that she struggles to be vulnerable because of all of the POSs that have been passed in her life. Does that make sense? Yes, she has passed a lot of POSs. And those POSs have hurt her. Okay, bring it in and forgive my negative brain before I start this, okay? Hey, is Stephen just like a little bit too good to be true? Like, he seems emotionally mature, he's handsome, and I just don't trust it. I'm like Nelly. My brain is conditioned to expect the worst, and it's because of this program. See what you've done to me, MAFS?
If he doesn't hold my hand for long enough, it's because he's not into me. Even though the poor guy probably just wants his arm back.
The rule of thumb for me with hand holding is that once it hits a too sweaty level, then you're allowed to let go, and it's not about anything else apart from the moisture that has built up between you, because you clearly are so hot together. Now, David has not only come down with the love bug, oh, it's so cute, the gays are loving each other, but no, he's come down with something. It means Kia is going to be on the couch solo, which kind of seems pointless. But anyway, Joe is also feeling poorly, so I can only hope that David and Joe were kissing at the Din-Din's party, and it's our first man-on-man cheating scandal. Don't look at me like that. Let me dream. Sarah and Dean are in the same place as they've been since she walked down the aisle. But at least Sarah is clear with him on the couch, the apartment couch, not the commitment couch, we're not there yet, that she does not feel a spark with him, unlike all the sparks that were just flying around the room apparently last night.
Sexual spark, I mean, that was like flying through the room at one point.
Well, if they're flying around right in front of your face, Sarah, get on your broomstick, get up in the air and catch one like Harry Potter at a Quidditch match. It is time. Do it with me. For the commit me. Now, it's time for you and I to have a couch quickie. In fact, quite a few of them for all the couples that are not really on the trash, mess and drama radar. Ashley and Grace are still in a good spot even after a disastrous start. It did not go well. And props to them both for being open and honest. Watching this, I actually really thought for a second, this is good. like they were really supporting each other. They were really listening to each other, especially when Grace was talking about her like affliction with like not wanting to be touched by certain people in certain situations. For them, it's a double stay. Kia is on the couch, and again, I'm not sure why. Like, I know we have to know if they stay or leave, but I feel like they could both just sort of stay home. But again, do you want to stay home with a sick person? David writes a beautiful letter, and both of them also stay. Maeve also gets up solo, and there's not too much to report from this, but she does get a little bit vulnerable, saying that Jim Rat Tats, she thinks is too good for her.
I think he's too good for me.
Two things. Great for her to be open. That seems like a really hard thing for her to do. And two, be kinder to yourself. Okay, just be a little bit nicer to yourself. It's a double stay, even though Joe's not there, much to Sarah's disgust. Where's the eye candy for it? Certainly not Dean.
Imagine if the fucker said leave.
Yeah, imagine. It's like getting broken up with via text. Also, it makes me wonder what is in store for Nelly and Stephen, because when they get to the couch, they really beat up this storyline. You know the one about how Nelly's just like always expecting the worst because her brain is her ultimate worst bully?
Why aren't we arguing? Why haven't you irritated me?
But the dramatic music and everything, the way they drag it out, maybe it was just a fill time, but it seems like too much. TLDR, she is going to work on herself and try to recover from all of her past traumas, and then they both write stay. Another couple that we need to have a little quickie on the couch with is Bailey and Rebecca. I was absolutely sure that this was going to be a complete disaster from the second they got married. But now they're loving each other sick, and apparently she's the black cat in the relationship and he's the golden retriever. And I don't think nature wants those two things to bed each other, but anyway.
Is this a definition of an alpha man? 100%.
I am still so confused with all this alpha chat. I really don't even know what an alpha is anymore. I think I'm wrong with everything I thought an alpha was. Maybe it's because I just don't care. With all these shows and they talk about I'm looking for an alpha, I'm like, shut up. Anyway, they're fine, and it's another double stay. I hope you enjoyed the quickies, because now it's time for a longer sesh. Julia-Ruth and Divarni are on the couch. I know, stick with me, because I'm still confused. They start with a real glowing review. Each of them, not just one of them, Devaney, both of them a glowing review of their wedding.
It was wild.
Best wedding ever.
Best wedding ever.
Anyone else also note that even when Devaney is positive, Julia-Ruth also hates that. She talks about how the physical attraction isn't there, which I find interesting because at the wedding, she was like, loved it, but then very quickly went off it. Again, we didn't see everything. And she also says that his conversations are too deep.
So we were on the camels. I asked you, what is your biggest fear? You spiraled into the deepest conversation I've ever had in my life, which was shocking.
This I don't like, and I know we've mentioned it before, but she wanted him to open up about dark stuff, and then he does, and then she's like, whoa, lighten up. That is a super shitty move. Don't shoot him down after you asked him to do that. Sure, maybe he went on too much. He seems to have a tendency to do that. She keeps talking about the amount of information that he dumped on her. I'm like, hang on, have you never been with a partner or a friend or a family member and had them trauma dump on you before? I feel like that happens to me regularly. And not even with people I know. Complete strangers love trauma dumping on me. That's just life. People do it.
It feels like trauma dumping. I just feel like I want to have fun with you.
I also understand that there's a time and a place, and maybe Devaney doesn't get that. But in this situation, you would think that it's better that he's opening up and maybe sharing stuff than not, than going full Paul.
Vital information missed. Obviously had the argument after the camels and it erupted. And I don't like how you handled that situation.
Now, this is what I want to see. I want to see this version of Devaney that we don't get to see, the one where he apparently flips out. He also says that it's explosive. And if that's the case, that's really bad. I just don't understand, with the cameras there so often, how we're missing that. Are they removing it from the edit? Is Devaney really toxic and we just don't get to see it? Is that why Julia-Ruth is reacting in such a way? I don't know. Comments below.
I needed to get things off my chest.
But you agree, though, it was explosive.
It was a bit explosive, yeah.
You always say you're getting things off your chest, and it's not fun because you attack me.
See, this is the stuff that we really need to see. If he truly is attacking her, then why is this being removed from the edit? Like, this is clearly a storyline that they would have followed. So, like, give us more of it. Devaney, there is just something a bit off about him. I'm really trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because we haven't seen the evidence that she's talking about. There's just something that's a little bit off, and I can't pinpoint exactly what it is. My struggle with Julia-Ruth is that it seems performative. I just can't latch onto her personality because it's a bit like, oh, don't even get me started with this. She's doing this all episode. Just like clap like a normal person. Like, you know what I mean? You're not too good to clap. Little finger applause. Just stop it. Everyone stop it. I don't care that you've got crazy long nails. You'll have to clap like this. Anyway, at the end of this whole chat, they both decide to stay. And that is excellent producing. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. Sarah and Dean. Dean is being very upfront with his first impressions of Sarah.
Yeah, I guess I thought I could have sex with her.
I mean, yeah, like I could. Like, you know, if she asked me right now, I could do it. Like I could physically do it if you want. If you wanted me to, I would do that. Sarah talks about what she thought, like what her vision would be with this wedding. Like she thought she would walk down the aisle and she would see something that resembled, like you guessed it, Joe.
Tall, covered in tattoos. Probably look like they've just come out of jail.
Oh, yes. What a man. Ladies, are we still not past wanting like a bad boy? And when I say bad boy, I mean not in like the Hollywood movie version of a bad boy who really is a good boy who's just in a bad situation. There's guys that are bad guys. No matter how you dress them up, tats or not, but there are guys that are bad guys. Stop dating them and stop trying to fix them.
I mean, I do also like a guy that's into fitness and gym.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Let me check your order here. Wow. It actually feels like we've got a lot of things wrong with this order. That's so weird. I guess that's mea culpa on us. We got you a nice, cute guy. Instead, you want to swap him for a criminal. Dean, during all of this recounting of the dick kicking that he has received since he met Sarah, he just takes it in his stride and he tries at every turn to make sure that she knows that he's okay. He just wants full honesty from her and that he can handle it. And then he goes on to talk about how he was feeling during the honeymoon and how it turns out he wasn't actually feeling that good because once again, he's been reminded that he is the rejected fat kid.
Doubts, started coming, and then I was like, oh man, I don't like this. And that was a real low. And that's when I spoke to Sarah about it.
Which is great honesty from Dean, and one of the reasons why I think he's really overcompensating with the, notorious DEAN and all that gear. He does say, though, that he and Sarah are having a great time most of the time, which says to me that maybe the edit is doing her dirty, but it's also hard to tell because he really does like to pump her up. If you just had one ear on the video, you would have thought I said something else. So yeah, maybe it is a lot to do with the edit making her look more like a demon beast than what she is. Still, she has said these things. Paul, the expert, actually one of the better experts out of all of the franchises, does ask a really great question. He talks about how Dean is amending his behavior, the things that annoy Sarah. He's amending those things for her. But what is she doing for him?
I feel like I'm doing everything okay.
You're giving it everything, and that's all I wanted.
Yeah, Dean, we get it. You're trying to make her look great, but everyone else can see that she's just not really coming across that way.
You could begin by stopping the disrespect of your husband.
Oh, Paul, you have my attention.
I mean, I maybe said you'd given me the ick with some things that you'd said.
Yeah, like maybe I said some small things, like maybe just like tiny little small things about how he's like a Care Bear, not a bad boy. And
is when you went around gossiping about your husband to other people and you were laughing at it.
Didn't mean to laugh.
Well, you were.
Oh, wow. They're actually doing it. Oh, they're actually going to have a little bit of a crack. In Sarah's defense, wait for 1 second before you attack me. In Sarah's defense, she did start everything with, he's lovely. And then she went, but. And that's when the disrespect was sprayed everywhere. I really do applaud Paul for having a crack. Normally, this shit doesn't happen.
This man is talking about how lovely his partner is, and you are on the other side of the room disrespecting him.
Dean is caught off guard with this information, and rightly so. And then Sarah also says, wait, the exact words were, I found yesterday really hard. Okay, yeah, because everyone else is just having a walk in the park. Even if you're having a hard day, why would that make you shit can the guy who has been the nicest to you? That doesn't make any sense, and it speaks a lot to your character. Now it's decision time. We know that Dean is absolutely going to write, stay. Well, of course. But Sarah.
I have decided stay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This is really great producing today. They have all earned their bonuses. Okay, I know I'm being super neg on Sarah, but maybe. maybe this is a turnaround for her. You know they do love a redemption arc on this show, so maybe she'll be able to turn it around a little bit. And the thing is, Sarah, you don't necessarily have to like be with Dean forever. You just don't be an asshole. After their couch time, they go right outside and she has a little bit of a breakdown. Dean is very comforting of her, which seems to be their pattern. And she says that the only reason that she was mean was because of that damn spark.
And maybe if I did have that spark, I wouldn't have said anything like that because I wouldn't have.
Oh, God, the ramifications of this missing spark. What a fucking nightmare. Now, I think that they should show this bit of footage of Dean to Sarah, because he is putting his foot down.
It can never happen again. Are you joking me? It can never, ever happen again.
Oh, yeah. That Care Bear has turned grizzly, baby. I'm really hoping for the best from Sarah. Like, I really hope that she can turn it around and she can go, you know what? That was shitty behavior and I should not do that. And we've seen that. We've seen that with other people over the years, many, many seasons, different franchises. But then she said this.
I don't want everyone to hate me.
So you're upset of how you're going to look to everyone and that everyone might hate you, not necessarily on what you did. I don't know about that. I want to hope for the best, but it's so hard with this editing to see exactly what the real Sarah is like. So far, not looking good. Oh my goodness, bring it in. Can I just say a huge thank you to the Cash Honeys who have been donating to this channel. Really, you don't understand how much it changes the pressure in my day-to-day. People have been clicking that little love heart that's just under this video and just giving a little donation, tiny little amounts, and they're excellent. And people have also been going to rehashed.com.au. Not only is there merch there, but you can also donate. Links are in the description below, and it really does help. A small donation keeps this channel up and running. So go to rehashed.com.au. And if you do, maybe I will write stay on my parchment paper. The Queen and her Jester are finally on the Commit Me couch. Leigh kicks it off with how Leah isn't the woman that she's looking for because she's still too femme. I feel like I can see them, the things that she says that she wants, and she just is like, no, that's not exactly how I wanted it. The order is wrong order. Paul, the expert, not the 60-year-old, he says that the way to get out of the friendship zone is just to like change your mindset and just do things that you would if you were dating someone.
I think being more tactile with one another, maybe more flirty with one another, having a snog now and again.
And Leah is like, yeah, it's not that deep. Let's just fuck around and see what happens. Like, I don't know if either of you are drinkers, but it can generally start with a bottle of Shiraz. Walls really come down. Just one bottle. And with those same roadblocks in place, it is another double stay. Finally, we must plop them on the couch, Anita and Paul. Immediately when Paul sits down, the 60-year-old, not the expert, it feels like something has left his body. And when I say something, I mean, I think Paul has completely left his body, just for short periods of time. Anita shares that he is emotionally unavailable, and he doesn't disagree.
When it comes to affairs of the heart, it feels extremely awkward and difficult, yeah.
A classic man in his 60s. And you know what? It's partly societal. Guys from that generation, they grew up not sharing their feelings. Sharing feelings is gay. Maybe they didn't say it then. They definitely said that in the 90s. Everything that was bad was gay. I said the 90s, that still exists sadly in some places. Men like Paul were taught not to share things, not to share these emotions. And here we are. I'm not excusing that behavior, but it does give a little bit more context to why he is the way he is. Then the whole like Paul not knowing Anita's anything or her kids' names comes up.
I have my children's tattoos, names and dates of birth on my arm for a reason, so I can't remember nothing.
Oh God, it's just the same old shit, isn't it? Just the same old shit and repeat, and I just don't know if he can do anything different. And this is a message to everybody who can't find somebody, and they're like, I just can't find anybody. There's nobody good. Open the fuck up and then maybe see what you're doing. Like what needs to be fixed within you before you go and try and find anyone else. Because Paul just thought that he could just get a bride from the telly and that would fix all of his problems. It's decision time, and within that, Anita says that she can see why they will both match together, but she then decides to leave, and I get it. You know the rules though. Will she be able to actually leave?
But it's the start of the journey. I'm going to stay.
Oh, fuck, baby! Okay, well, I feel like we could all see that coming. And according to the rules and regulations of MAFS International, Anita, you're not going anywhere. And Anita's face, I mean, if a picture could tell 1,000 words, oh, it is. It's telling all of the words. Most of them would be curse ones, I think. And then Anita is asked if she's willing to, like, give it a go.
Yep.
Yeah, uh-huh, yeah. Like we heard, yeah, but we also felt no, you know? And with that comes to the end of another episode of Rehashed. It is tradition though, at the end of every first Commit Me, you must do something if you're in the All the Way Club. In the comments below, you must tell me if you're going to stay or leave. The decision is yours, and once I read your decisions, then I'll decide if I'm going to go or stay as well. Okay? They're my rules. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. See ya. Bye-bye now.